Coach, before we talk about your final game of the regular season coming up on Friday, and of course your preparations also begin for next week as well. I know it was tough last week and just couldn't get that offense rolling.
Yeah, we struggled offensively the whole game. I think we ended up with 40 yards of offense, and that's not going to win you any football games. We gave up 26, but I really thought, other than one series, I thought our defense played really well. I mean, they kept them out of the end zone a few times, and we gave them some tough field position at times from not being able to move the ball. And I thought over the last 3 or 4 weeks, I think our defense has been playing pretty well. So, if we can get both sides of the ball working together, then we've got an opportunity to, be successful somewhat.
Yeah, and certainly when you look at the offensive side of the football, that certainly helps when you can move the football, because that does help your defense at times.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the pros and college and stuff, you say, well, the defense has been out there a long time. Well, for us, defense is a lot of the offense as well. So, we had kids on the field for a long time, and I hate to say it, but we probably expend more energy defensively than we do offensively, just the nature of the game. So when they're out there for a long time on defense, and, they didn't give up anything huge, just little chunks. And, they were out there for a long time in stretches, and that made it difficult for us as well. So, it is what it is, and, we're going to try to regroup this week.
Coach, before we talk about Hagerstown coming up on Friday night, are you now or have been in the process of getting yourself ready for the tournament, specifically for your first round opponent? And we talked a little bit off the air that's going to be a tough one. We know that. But do you begin your process now, not taking anything away from the Hagerstown game?
Oh, well, I do. I mean, as a head coach, I got to start looking ahead a little bit and looking at, their record, who they've played, and as far as film, I don't have any film on them yet, but, I know we've played them a couple times in the last 5 years. So, they have the same head coach. So, they're not going to change a whole lot over the course of that time. They're going to do what's been successful for them. So I at least have an idea, and I can go back and look at film from a couple years ago and say, even though their personnel is a little bit different, they still got, they're still doing the same things offensively and defensively.
Coach, you play a football team on Friday night that wants to win that TEC crown outright, and boy, they're maybe rolling on as many cylinders as you possibly can coming into Friday. Talk about the matchup that's ahead of you.
Well, it's a tough matchup for anybody in the conference. I mean, I thought Centerville was pretty good. And they are pretty good. I mean, not that I thought they were. They are pretty good. But, really Hagerstown handled them pretty well. And, they've got some really good athletes over there. The Mason Hicks, the running back, and Jalen Oliver plays in the backfield and as a receiver. And, of course, Owen Golyer's as good an athlete as there's been in this area, for the past 4 years. So, it's a tough task for us. And, but – by the same token, it's good for us going into the sectional to play a really good football team, because we're going to see a really good football team the next week.
Is it also a message this week? It's a great opportunity, and everybody loves to spoil another team's party if you can, and it's a great opportunity for you guys.
Well, sure. I mean, that's always something that you think about as a coach, and hopefully the players are thinking about it a little bit too. They're going to get a share of the TEC one way or the other. It'd be nice if we made them share it instead of being able to say we were the TEC champs on our own. So, I have a lot of respect for Coach Snodgrass. I worked with him in Connorsville for a while, and, we coached wrestling together and stuff. And I know, he had some tough times when he first got there, and then, he's got it rolling right now. And, having some of the athletes he has helps, but, he's got a good system and a good thing going up there. And, they're a quality football team.
Last thing he said the other day, there's not many secrets between the two of you. He kind of knows what you're going to do, and kind of know what he's going to do.
Yeah, I think we know each other pretty well, and especially working together and coaching together, both football and wrestling. I think personally, I think we have a good relationship, and whatever happens on Friday night's not going to change that. But at the same time, we want to knock them off if we can.